Hello! Good afternoon and welcome back to the Pink Sofa Hour. Today we have a secret transmission for you guys. We have Steve Lach. Hello.
Hello, gang.
Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Steve Lach, aka Silver Steven, aka Buster Brown. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Wow, lots of colors associated there.
That's right.
And on the subject of colors, great choice of color of shirt.
Thank you.
I noticed you kind of might have seen some of the episodes before, or you just really are a big fan of Scooter, maybe.
I am a big fan of Scooter.
He is the house pup.
Yeah.
So that's very charming that you did that.
It was very nice to have Scooter sing with me for a little bit on sound check. That was great.
He likes to hop in on people's vibe, generally, whenever he feels like he's needed, you know?
I'm glad we're vibing.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's your day been so far?
Day's been great. Let's see, we ran up to Longmont. We just bought a truck for our raft rig.
Whoa.
Yeah. Cut my hair. It's a little short. It looks all right on camera, though.
Got the camera
got
going.
all the angles.
Nice.
But yeah,
Appreciate
we're hitting the river tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. So we could talk a little bit more about your personal achievements and goals for tomorrow a little later on in the show. But first, I always like to start off with, what drew you to playing music?
Yeah, so my musical history here was got a drum set in middle school, didn't know how to play it until my brother got a guitar, and we were really obsessed with Stomp Out Loud. You know Stomp Out Loud?
I'm not sure I do.
Oh, it's like on Broadway, kind of before the Blue Men Group became a thing. But they're playing out all these scenes, like at the car wash and the grocery store, and they're playing all these household things, right?
Are those the guys that used to play with trash cans famously and stuff?
Yes.
Is that what they were called?
Right. Yeah, Stomp Out Loud.
You might be right. Yeah.
So
wow,
they
you
so
just
they
triggered
taught,
an ancient memory.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's tune it up later, but
okay.
Yeah. So it started. They taught me how to play drums. Then Dan got a guitar, and we were in a punk band in high school, and then a hardcore band at the end of high school with a microchord and breakdowns and dancing.
Oh.
And then I was in a funk band, and then moved to Colorado, got in a gypsy jazz band, and learned how to play guitar from one of my college roommates. Gave me his kind of Walmart $50 guitar and taught me some open chords, and being able to play drums and then learning guitar. That's when Silver Steven really was born and started taking off, because I could record drums, and then I could record guitar, and then all the vocal tracks I wanted in my dorm room, and I was having a ball. Yeah.
So, you have been in a bunch of other bands before playing drums.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's very a fundamental instrument that helps a lot with rhythm on a lot of other instruments.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense as to why you're able to do this with your feet while you're playing guitar. I think a lot of guitarists kind of struggle with even just turning a pedal on and on sometimes.
Right. That happens without thinking. That's pretty fortunate, and makes the whole thing possible. Yeah.
That's important, honestly. Having to think while you're playing music is oftentimes kind of annoying.
The end of the vibe, for sure.
Yeah. So where are you from? Originally, you mentioned that you were in a hardcore band and you were in some gypsy jazz stuff when you got to Colorado.
Yeah.
Where are you originally born?
The Lehigh Valley of Pennsylvania. This is an hour north of Philly. And so we were a quick hour and a half ride away to all our hardcore shows. Our poor moms were taking us in their minivans.
Nice.
And then I went to school in Philly, which is where I met the funk band. And then, yeah, that's Pennsylvania.
By school you mean college?
Yeah, I went to Temple.
Temple.
Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Nice. What brought you out to Colorado?
Job transfer allowed it, and just the fun of Colorado would really intrigue me,
Yeah, there is a lot of fun to be had out here. Growing up on the East Coast and being part of the music scene, I think, is such a formative experience for people that when they come out here, it's either you love it or you hate it kind of situation, because there is a lot less to do sometimes with being a couple hours away from so many cities when you're living on the East Coast.
Right.
potentially being able to drive an hour or two to see a band that normally wouldn't fly
Yeah.
and land and play here in Denver or anywhere around here
Right.
is just such a treat.
Yeah.
So it attracts a very particular kind of soul when
Yeah.
somebody knows what the East Coast music scene is
Right.
like.
Yeah, and Philly's a hard scene. I haven't gotten into
Oh, yeah.
Denver much, but I wanna check out Denver. There seems to be like some hints of Philly out there.
Occasionally, yeah. I mean, I've definitely been to a bunch of different venues on the East Coast, but the ones that remind me the most of Pennsylvania or even anywhere in the Northeast are probably like Lost Lake, Lion's Lair.
Yeah.
Lion's Lair's got that grungy vibe
Totally.
to it. The decibel meter that's
Yes.
constantly over 100.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just like reminding you how much damage is about to happen to you.
Right.
So how'd you go from being in a hardcore band to going into being into a funk band? I feel like those genres are pretty distinct, but I guess
Right.
as a drummer, it's not like you have to learn a bunch of different
I think I
chord
could.
progressions.
Yeah, I think I can play anything 4/4. And if it's not, I'll try and make it 4/4, and it'll probably still work. But yeah, my drumming theory is if you can dance, you can play drums. You know, so
Sure,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a good theory.
So I can dance to hardcore. I can dance to funk.
You got any guitar theory?
No. No.
I always like hearing people's personal philosophies around music, and I think drummers in particular have very colorful both personalities and opinions,
Yeah.
which is quite a treat to have to interview. So I'm not saying that you're not a guitarist, because obviously there is a guitar right there.
Right.
And you are going to be playing some guitar for us in a little bit.
Right.
But as somebody who's played many different styles of music, do you have a favorite style on the drums that you like to play?
Funk.
Funk. Because
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
All ghost
It's
notes.
right in the name.
Yeah, exactly. No, funk was really fun. Syncopation, if you haven't been there, is something everyone should enjoy. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Yeah, definitely you'll have to check out some of this funky stuff that seems to, surround my life in more ways than one, but
Yeah.
we'll chat about that a little later. What do you think of, in general, the music scene out here in Colorado? You mentioned that you do some open mics sometimes.
Yeah.
You have met some people that have ended up being in your band.
Yeah.
What is it that you feel like is the main difference, perhaps, between the Colorado music scene and anything that you experienced out in the East Coast?
Well, yeah. When I was going to Philly, I was going to shows. When I was back home in New Tripoli, Pennsylvania, you're surrounded by cornfields, and like there's one open mic every month.
Wait, you said it was Lee Hill or
Lehigh Valley.
Lehigh Valley?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Lee Hill's up here in Boulder.
Yeah, Lehigh Valley, but there's there's not a lot to play out there, but you go to one open mic a month, and it's still, what's great is it's still the same safe place for people to play, just like it was in Boulder, except multiplied by 10. So when I first got to Colorado, I moved into Boulder, and was going to Sanitas and Twisted Pine, and then the one on Pearl Street on the second story.
The Attic.
The Attic,
Yeah.
and the one, the Irish pub one. I only caught that a couple times before it closed.
Murphy's?
No, it was
No.
like Flanagan's or something.
Yeah, I remember.
But it was one on Walnut, and it was like the first week I got to Boulder, and I was like, "Holy shit, there's some players here."
Yeah.
I gotta work up to this, but.
But that's kind of inspiring too.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
Having an audience or having performers that are willing to come out and play like that, oftentimes means that you get to talk to them and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like that was really cool.
Right.
Like, what's your deal?"
Oh, and then
Yeah.
3 weeks later, you're in the crowd. You're in the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just sometimes people need to know that people are doing it and people are willing to listen, and,
Yeah.
and it goes a very long way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And listen to each other and support each other and.
Yep. So how long have you been out here in Colorado? I didn't ask that already, right?
No, I think about.
Okay, I'm a little fuzzy.
7 years. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll start changing my answers, so we'll have fun with it. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But no, 7 years.
years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Any favorite experiences over the last 7 years of being here? Musically or otherwise?
Yeah, musically, when I met my bandmates at Twisted Pine open mic, Joe Kasprazik of High Street Revival, he's the bass player, I'm the drummer of Paper Moonshine. Yeah.
So you know Joe.
I know Joe, yeah.
That's really funny. I know Joe fairly well.
I know you guys, yeah, small world.
Yeah.
But
he's been on this show.
I know he has. Yeah, we've tuned in. Yeah. I hope he's tuning in now, Joe.
Let's see.
But yeah, we played some biggish arenas. We played a couple big festivals. So Estes Park Festival, the Conifer Bluegrass Festival. We played a couple times. Evergreen Festival, and those were fun. But kind of what was funnest is we had a residency at Laughing Goat before they closed up the music. So we were doing that once a month and just drinking and playing and the women. I'm just kidding. But no, but
for those of you who don't know, his wife is here in the studio hanging out off camera, and obviously,
and she's lovely.
And Steve likes to mess with her, it seems.
Yes.
So.
No, but yeah, meeting those guys me and those guys in general were a great highlight. They were amazing players, and here I coming from a hardcore band, and funk band, and they're playing sultry and complex gypsy jazz and bluegrass, and I'm trying to play double bass. You know what I mean? So my style has changed a whole bunch. I haven't played a full set in, I don't know, 2 years or something like that. It's all kind of cocktail percussion arrangements. But meeting those guys and just getting to play bump chick while they trade solos, every measure, in between measures. Yeah, they were phenomenal.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been where I met you somehow. Just hanging out or going to one of Joe's shows or something like that.
I think I came to
Or an open mic.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. By the way, for anybody who is currently tuned in, I do have a little monitor here for any sort of questions that you might have for Steve. You're more than welcome to send messages of encouragement or funny questions, and I will pass them on. Currently, I think the funniest thing is that people want me to cut my sleeves off. I mean, it would match it up, I think that's pretty huge. Maybe if I just roll them up a little.
There you go.
I need to tan up a little more.
Yeah, all right.
But let's see. I feel like this is now we're on even footing.
I did some push-ups before we went on
Oh
live.
no.
Yeah, so.
Somebody's gonna ask me to do push-ups now.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, we're about a quarter of the way through the interview. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You feel like playing some music for us, perhaps?
I'd love to, yeah.
Amazing. And you've got an EP coming out pretty soon that we'll start talking about in a minute here. But
Sounds good.
why don't you tell us a little bit about this song?
This song is actually one of the first ones I wrote and was playing around Boulder. It's a love song of sorts.
Scooter loves those.
Scooter loves them, yeah. So this is a good old relationship song, one of those ones you love to be in, but would love to get out of too, You ready, Scooter? This one's called Love Hate. It goes like this. And love my lady, there ain't no thing as I've had enough. Give me all your love and maybe keep it coming some more. When it comes to you, ain't no thing I wouldn't do. You know 'cause we've been here before. I wanna hear you say, you know I don't smoke, but you know I will take it. The things that we said now, things that we ought not to do. Yeah, buddy. But in the end, you know you're my friend, the kind that you break, not the kind that you bend. I'm fooling myself the same way you know I'm fooling you. I just want to be loved by Scooter. Yeah, buddy. Well, you tell me that we're right. Can you tell me why we fight the never goddamn day? Says she can fight it, but I swear I think she likes it, you know. When you made me say it twice, no, it doesn't sound as nice. Have a good goddamn day and a good goddamn life. 'Cause there ain't no time for pouting. Get your ass into the mountain so long. 'Cause we've been here before. I wanna hear you say, you know I don't smoke, but you know I will take it. Things that we said, things that we ought not to do. But in the end, you know you're my friend, the kind that you break, not the kind that you bend. I'm fooling myself the same way you know I'm fooling you. I just wanna be loved by you. Wanna be loved by you. Wanna be loved by you. Ooh, ooh. Just wanna be loved by Scoot, Scoot, Scoot. Let's give it up for Scooter, huh?
Wow. He got into that one pretty aggressively.
Yeah, Scooter.
I think he tuckered himself out a little bit on that one even.
We got a couple more, buddy.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Thanks, man.
I like it. Did you, have you ever taken any singing lessons?
No, my mom tried to buy me some for Christmas, and I didn't know how to take that. So-
I'm glad that you didn't interpret that as a negative comment from me either, because I meant it in a positive way, because you got a very nice voice.
Thank you.
And it feels very, like, you know, a lot of people train for a long time to sound natural.
Yeah.
To feel like what they're singing specifically feels like it's coming out of them instead of just like a simulated academic vocal environment, you know?
If I have anything going for me, I would say it's that I have zero idea how everything is supposed to be done, you know?
Honestly, that can be a huge blessing.
Yeah.
So, heck yeah.
Yeah.
That song, once again, was called Love, Hate?
Yeah.
Love, Hate. And it's going to be on your new EP.
That one's not, but that one, yeah, that one's not.
Oh, dang.
Maybe the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Do you have a name for the new EP? And this, by the way, new EP would be also your first EP.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I actually I have some songs that I recorded right after college in a studio in Pittsburgh, a buddy's studio, and they're not this. They were like full band. I tracked everything, bass, accompaniments, you know. So that's out there, but it's not really a good representation anymore. So yeah, this will be the first New Age Silver Steven one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And You mentioned that you have sort of bandmates that are a part of the Silver Steven project,
Yeah.
aka Steve Lach, aka Brown or something
Oh,
Brown.
Buster Brown's my river name.
Buster Brown.
Yeah, if you want to talk.
Wait, what's a river name?
Oh, it's like our your call sign on the river walkie-talkies. You know,
Huh.
like Pedro, this is Buster Brown. Do you copy?
What do you think my river name would be?
Oh man.
You're gonna christen my river name for me.
Okay. Okay.
This better be good.
Whalen.
Whalen?
Yeah.
Wow, that's you have no idea how close that is. That's a lot of other names that I use. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Because this interview is about you. It's not about me. And sometimes I like allowing people to interact a little bit.
I like asking questions. So,
Yeah.
What? Let's hear it.
Oh. Nope.
No. Okay.
Moving on.
All right.
So the EP, I think we talked about it having a name, right? Is it going to be a name of one of the tracks that's going to be on it, or are you kind of seeing it more as a sort of title concept kind of thing?
I think it'll have a full title. This is like some next chapter stuff, you know, because I've been toying around with playing for a long time, prioritizing playing with other people, but now I'm kind of prioritizing playing Silver Steven stuff. So I'd like to signify kind of a new chapter, a new kind of push on all this. Do I have a name for it yet? Nah. Recording stuff, you know that?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, where are you on the process of sort of processing this into a finished product?
Yeah, so I got 3 songs tracked out. Vocals are next, and I ran into this guy at Osaka's who.
Oh, I love that restaurant.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, plug Osaka's. But
give us some okonomiyaki.
Yeah.
We'll make you a sponsor.
Yeah, please. We could use a platter. But he used to run a studio in Austin, Texas, and he now moved out here, and he recorded with some big names, which I am not. But he said, "Nah, man, I just got a home studio in Boulder. Send me some stuff, either for recording or for mastering." So I'm like,
nice.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned that you've got these things tracked out, have you been the only person recording the tracks?
Yes.
Cool. So that was kind of my follow-up on my previous question of the bandmates.
Mm-hmm.
When you were referencing bandmates earlier, you're talking about Paper Moonshine.
Yes.
Ah, okay, got it.
Yeah.
The Silver Steven project is primarily what it is that you're going to be doing going forward, sometimes on the kit, because you brought the Cajon Kaizen as like a acoustic unplugged version of what you normally do.
Typically it's sitting on a bass drum, and then the same tambourine pedal and bass pedal, but it's just amplified and mic'd and stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so these tracks that are on some of the EP, it's going to be you, guitar, singing, harmonica sometimes, and then the setup that you just referenced.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of self-contained, one-man sort of action.
It's all right here, and you know we can talk about this later too. But I'd be curious to open it up to the peoples of, you know, should I go through the trouble of tracking all these out, or should I just do a live performance, kind of like we're doing now with, you know, quality sound, and just put it out there as a live set, you know?
Honestly, I think that there's kind of a nice middle ground for something like that. You could individually track each instrument, but also perform them all live. I think that would be a lot more raw representation of kind of what it is that you're going for. Yeah. Which is why it is that I always appreciate what it is that people bring to the sofa, because I feel like it's kind of the, you know, boiled down essence of what it is that they're trying to do. And I think that I'm very privileged to be able to hear that and get sort of a glimpse into what drives the music at its core.
Yeah, but
with one-man bands, I don't even know if you want to be called that or not, but
I guess so. Yeah.
It's kind of the thing. When you see somebody doing percussion and singing and some kind of stringed instrument at the same time, that's sort of the moniker that always shows up for people.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, don't want to be associated with like the guy who's got like 13 drums and he's like walking around and he's like stomping around and like he's got like things on his elbows and stuff like that.
I don't want to be a circus act. That's for sure. Yeah.
I get that. I get that. It's a lot. I think it's a lot more tasteful than the circus.
And I mean, I've thought about it. Because I have a double bass pedal because I'm a hardcore drummer. Like
Yeah.
I could put a snare on this side and a double bass and really get some like rock and shit going. But then I look stupid, you know.
Well, it's all about context, and sometimes I think it would be funny to see a double bass pedal on a cajon. That would kill me, honestly.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Epic. Get back a little bit into your hardcore roots, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so people are talking about Waylon.
Oh yeah.
I think Dan Lach is in the chat saying the Waylon shout out. So
Yeah.
now I guess maybe we can come back to it. What does Waylon mean to you?
Oh, Waylon, actually, this is terrible because I just stole it from one of my buddies who's having a kid at the end of June, and his name's Waylon.
Oh.
And Waylon's been on my mind. We got a bunch of buddies with babies sprouting up now, so yeah. But you look like a Waylon on the river radio. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I've got Waylon voice.
Yeah. Well, you're a music guy, you know.
Sometimes I wail a little.
Yeah.
I learned that from Scooter. It's very therapeutic. So, you mentioned a lot of different breweries that you did open mics at, like Twisted Pine and Sanitas. Come on, Scooter, get in the frame.
Come on, Scoot.
Come on, come on.
Come on, Scoot.
Come on.
Yeah.
There he goes. Do you have any favorite breweries here in the Boulder/Golden area? Not trying to, get you free sponsorship money or anything.
Yeah.
But I have a follow-up question.
Well, now that I live in Golden, I have to say it's Cannonball Brewery open mic every second Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we've
They're
just,
back.
Yeah, and just like an open mic, you meet all your neighbors. So the first time we went down, we literally met half of our neighbors there, and they're all very musical. We have a very musical block.
Nice.
Yeah, if you count all the bands I'm in on our block, then I guess I'm in a couple more too.
Nice. So we were talking about Goody when you were pulling up. He used to run the Cannonball Brewing open mic. Yeah.
This world, so
I
small.
know.
So small.
You'll have to see it.
Yeah.
And I really do like their moniker of best beers that you'll have in a parking lot.
Yes,
in a
in a 7-Eleven parking lot.
Yeah. It's true. Their beers are really good.
Yeah.
Here's a fun personal question. I like to pepper these in.
Yeah.
Across the interviews. What's your favorite style of beer? If you like drinking beer.
I do.
Okay.
And it's an IPA, but I've tried a couple times to part from there, from the burp juice, I'll call it.
Burp juice. Yeah.
But it always pulls me back. You know? Yeah. But like on a hot summer day, Kolsch's are good or Gozes are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big Pilsner guy myself. But like, the hoppy, grassy Pilsner.
Yeah. You can't, that's what we should be drinking. Can't go wrong with that.
It's great.
Yeah.
Although a nice IPA sometimes just feels like it's almost like medicinal. It's so bitter and like it's just like this concoction of pain.
Yeah.
I like spicy food too, so pain is just like a common theme.
Oh yeah.
So these open mics generally, I've been to a bunch at this point, and by the way, I'm starting a little calendar for people to potentially know where all the open mics, where all the open jams are, because everybody kind of has this like tribal knowledge that's like locational. And I know as much as Cannonball is one of your favorites and you go there as often as you do, which I don't know, but hopefully it's often.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other sort of little musical communities that you can connect to by showing up to an open mic that's a little further away from where you are.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That's part of, I think, the goal behind this new calendar that I'm putting together. If you have any other open mics that you want to give me a shout out for, I'm always all ears for it. But in your opinion, there is, I think, sort of a vibe whenever you go to any brewery, any open mic scenario, and it is always kind of precipitated by the audience?
Mm-hmm.
Are they interested in what's going on? Are they kind of annoyed that
Yeah.
like people are playing music and like
Yeah.
sometimes it's not like a band that's really well rehearsed?
Yep.
Out of all of the open mics and such that you've been to, which ones do you feel like are the most welcoming, the most enjoyable to play for as far as being a musician, and the most enjoyable as an audience member?
I think the Twisted Pine was really welcoming for new players because the stage is kind of tucked in amongst, or the stage used to be tucked in amongst the tables.
The back, yeah.
It's now in the back, and
Are they still doing it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a while, but
There in a while either. I have to check it out.
But I like that one because as a new musician, you're not on a stage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where others can kind of be intimidating. But as far as ones where people are, so if you're up for the stage, I really liked Sanita's because I think people are there to listen as well. And I don't know. I think every open mic, don't quote me, but like has at least 15 people that are there for the open mic. So like any open mic you go to, you have at least 15 buddies to make, you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
And it's always nice, honestly. I think that's sort of the underrated quality that exists about events like that is that it's great to get the experience to get up there to play, but it's also great to see who else is there to do that.
Yeah.
They're of the like mind like you, and as long as you're like even halfway sociable, like they will want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to an open mic that I didn't feel better after, you know?
Heck yeah, Buster Brown.
Yeah, buddy.
So, we're about halfway through the interview now. Would you like to slap back onto the cajon and...
Yeah, let me slap back on here. Alright, this one's a newer one. This one was written kind of around the pandemic too, when, you know, a whole bunch of shit was floating around your mind, and this is my good mental health awareness one. It's also, I wrote it after I went to a Kubla Khan, Texas show. You know them? You know them? Alright, this one's called Dare to Be Alright. Side now, I just say that sounds whoa. I'd rather fly than fade away and fight off dogs to burn in the sun. I don't wanna say I can think of anything I'd really rather do. I know how sad it sounds, things I hate to make you do, like watching me drown. Whoa, I know all myself, but oh, if you're mine, would you dare to be alright? Go slow, but you gotta push, wanna stop the bleed, especially now that you lost all your esteem. You found a way with your side, now pull the wolf into the light, domesticate all the pound. Whoa! I'd rather fly than float away, evasion is all, tear from the fall. Well, I don't wanna buy it, I'm sick of paying, I just rather have you go. one shot? Would you take it? Would you eat your mom's spaghetti? Would you?
Is this gonna be a medley?
Yeah?
Man, Scooter is I think your new biggest fan.
I love him.
I think we gotta call him Silver Scooter. Somebody in the chat mentioned that. Actually, you know, on that front, what do you think Scooter's river name would be?
Oh.
This is a tough one.
Ooh. I'm picturing like either lily pad or salamander.
Ooh. I feel like I want to call him just like Howler Monkey.
Howler monkey. Buster Brown, this is Howler monkey. Yeah, that works.
Howler Monkey just jumped overboard. He is currently chasing salmon.
Howler monkey, you're gonna have to get back on that boat real quick.
I don't think he's a very good swimmer, to be honest. I've never really tested that assumption, but something tells me he's not exactly the athletic type.
He looks dense.
He's enormously dense. He's like built like a sausage.
What is he?
He's part beagle, and he is also part howler monkey.
Oh, okay.
No, he's part American foxhound.
Oh my god.
Yeah, an exotic little boy. So we have quite a lively audience today in the chat.
Oh, nice.
I wish that I had the time to set it up for you on the television, but I can either hand you my phone or we could potentially. I could just be the medium.
Yeah, what are they saying?
Shake it, mama. Go, Steve, go.
Okay.
You. Pupper with the backing vocals. We got Dan. We got Kyle Thrash, Catherine Williams.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to all these people. Thank you for tuning in.
Well,
David Lach.
Yeah.
Laura Bukowski.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a band with Catherine. We're called Cat Stevens.
Okay.
Kyle Thrash was my microchord player. He's actually an accomplished music video artist now.
Nice.
Knocked Loose, Every Time I Die, Modest Mouse. He's a big boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to everyone. We've still got about 20 minutes left in the studio here, so
Sweet.
we're gonna keep on rolling. Here's a fun question for you. Do you have any good shows coming up where people could catch you?
Yeah, I probably have the show coming up July 4th at Gold Hill General Store and Pub.
Ooh, 4th of July.
I'm gonna be on a float, I am told.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, me and Alyssa got engaged at Gold Hill. That's a very special spot for us.
You just ruined my next question.
Damn it! What was my best night at Gold Hill?
Well, my river name is really taken on with some people. Waylon, perhaps ask Steve to tell you about his epic show at Gold Hill, where he secretly flew in his family, and sang some of the most amazing Elvis and proposed to a very special lady.
Yeah, that was a good show. So I was proposing to Alyssa. I had booked us an Airbnb on her birthday. She had thought it was her birthday. This story is full of smoke screens. It's amazing.
As any good engagement story, honestly.
Right. So we had concocted instead, let's do it at my show at Gold Hill. We flew in all the family. They stayed in the house next to us, but we're incognito all day, so they were not seen. Me and Alyssa drive up to the show. All our friends start walking in. She didn't even sit down. She's just at the door, hugging everybody that comes in, thinking nothing of it. And then halfway through the show, her sister it was her boyfriend's.
I think she's tearing up.
Yeah. It was.
I don't mean to call you out, Alyssa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, get in there, Alyssa. No, don't be silly. But so I was playing, and then Hannah, her sister, told her boyfriend to go get her jacket from the car. Another smoke screen. So then Hannah gets up and says, "Guys, it's Anthony's birthday. I made him a cake. It's out back in the back of Gold Hill General Store. Everybody go out there, and when he comes back in, it'll be a big surprise when he sees nobody and has to walk in." So now Alyssa, her loving sister, is like, "All right, everybody, get out of here!" You know, like everybody move. And there's a couple like locals and curmudgeonies that are like, "I don't know, Anthony, I'm not going anywhere." And Hannah grabs her, and I grab him like, "Dude, you got to get out of here." Because as soon as the place is cleared, and Alyssa's like, "What? Like, Steve, we should get out of here. Anthony's coming any minute." That's when I did it.
Sneaky devil.
And then we went out back, and all our friends were there, and all the people that flew in were there, and I blacked out. Did you? Yeah. No.
Did Gold Hill know that you were doing it too?
Yeah, we're good friends with Mike up there at Gold Hill. Yeah, we love that place. Special place in our heart. Yeah.
It's a special place in many people's hearts.
Yeah.
It's such a fun little, like, just bright spot up in the mountains that like always hosts music and has so many great little events that are always happening.
Yeah.
You know, I've said this before. It's really silly, but it kind of reminds me of this show that I used to watch. It was called Schitt's Creek.
I know that one.
You know that one?
Yeah.
Like the Rose Apothecary.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this sort of multi-purpose store.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Gold.
yeah.
Aesthetically a little different than
Aesthetically a little different, of course. We're in Colorado now.
Right. No, but yeah, it's just the oldest building up there, and when you are lucky enough to play in there or dance in there or whatever, you're just like, wow, hundreds of years of boots have stomped here. That's crazy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Here's a fun question for you. Another personal tidbit one that I like to pepper in occasionally.
Yeah.
And I actually just thought of asking it in two different ways. So I'm going to hit you with both of them.
Love it.
You ready?
Yeah.
What is your favorite song to play?
Oh, my favorite song to play.
Of your own songs.
Oh, of my own songs.
Of your own songs.
Okay.
Or, you can also tell me about songs that you like to play that are covers.
No, there's a song that I really like to play. It's called Ima, and it's a finger picking song, so we're not playing it today, but it's by far my most complex guitar picking and percussion going on at the same time, and it just kind of bounces all over the place. It's a real fun one, theatrical, I'd say as well. There's some tempo stops and single note hits and kind of train yard oohs and ahs.
I have noticed that there is a bit of theater to some of your performances.
I'm a performer.
With the sort of, I could have sworn the first time you barked when you were performing this most recent song that it was Scooter, and I was like, I've never heard Scooter bark while somebody was performing. He's really getting into this. And then you did it again, and I was like, oh wait.
Yeah.
That's Steve.
That's the Kubla Khan. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like that, honestly. I think it really gets audiences riled up too.
Yeah.
It's got a very, as I mentioned earlier, authentic and natural sort of element to it that I think complements the rest of what you've got going on.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to hear something perfect. You want to hear something live happening, It's I like that a lot too, and I don't know. That's the joy for me. You know what I mean? When I'm doing this.
Makes sense. All right, now for the other part of the question. Just thought of this one, honestly. Actually, would you like to answer what your favorite song to cover is?
Oh.
Do you have one?
I've been really enjoying "Hey" by the Pixies.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
If anyone can find me the Pixies live in Boise from like 1990 album, I'd love you forever. No way.
You hear that? Okay. Somebody help him out. Come on, there's 13 people in this chat. Somebody's gotta know it.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta have it. Let's get some yeehaws in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, more yeehaws, please.
Can I see at least one cowboy hat emoji? That's all I need to keep going. I'm not gonna ask any more questions until I see one cowboy hat emoji.
And my Venmo is at Steven.
You can say that if you want. Start your Patreon.
Yeah.
We'll definitely get into some shout outs towards the end. But here's the other side of that question that I really like to ask. What is your favorite song to dance to?
It's either Makiba or Ani Kuni or Booty City.
Booty City.
Right on, everybody! Won't you take me to Booty City?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That's really funny because I have an album. It actually used to sit right in the center called Motor City Booty.
Motor City Booty.
And it is a very danceable album as well. It's by a gentleman called Amp Fiddler out of Detroit.
Cool.
Very like new age funk kind of stuff.
You throw a booty in a song, man.
Yeah. It's authentic.
Yeah.
It's part of that authenticity.
That's right.
Cool. That's I will have to ask you to create a Spotify playlist of your most favorite dancing songs.
That's no problem.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, but
Drummers always have great taste in dance music.
I agree. We hear it all, you know.
Yeah. And like you mentioned earlier, as long as you can dance to it, I feel like you can drum to it pretty easily. Yeah.
Left, right. 1, 2.
That's part of why funk music is so special to me too. If you had your pick of any one artist that you could open for, who would it be?
Oh shit. See, I don't listen to a lot of music. When you start writing your own music, you just only obsessively listen to your own music.
I know. You could just say the Beatles or something.
The Beatles. No, I mean something like Nickelback or OAR or something.
Nickelback, wow.
Yeah. I'll get you a real answer.
I could see that.
No, I mean, shit. My goal in all of this pitch is just to play a couple on a bigger stage, and that'd be great. So I'll open for anyone who has a spot for me on a bigger stage.
I think, with the way that your music is, you also deserve to find someone that's going to be a good fit for you.
That's true.
You've got a great vibe. Don't, sell yourself short.
Don't knock it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. Well, so here's one. My kind of like one-man band hero. Have you heard of Steel Beans?
Steel Beans.
Yeah, Steele Beans. Steel Beans.
Not beams, right?
No.
Like jet fuel can.
Right. But I was the one at the show wearing the face mask with the phallic on top. But he does what I do, except he's sitting on a full drum set with a drumstick in his hand with his pick.
What?
Hitting snare. Boom, 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 boom.
That's
boom,
wild.
boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Huh.
Keeping time on his open hi-hat the whole time. So
That's a very unique skill to learn.
Well, he, I think, is also self-taught, knows no rules.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it's not like a prodigy thing. It's like I'm tinkering around and finding something unique with what I got,
Yeah, you could call that prodigious in some way.
Yeah.
You like Trampled by Turtles?
I do. Yeah, I like Trampled by Turtles. They'd be fun to open for. I'm folk, soul, fast, and loud,
Yeah.
Why, are they asking?
Well, David.
Oh, okay.
David was asking.
Okay.
So, kind of.
Yeah.
We've got about 10 minutes left. You said that you wanted to play 4 or 5.
I have 3 more if we can. I don't know if we'll get to them, but
Let's slam them all down.
let's slam them out.
Let's see what we can do.
All right, this one goes out to a doctor of mine. A buddy who got some bad news someday. Come on, Scoot. We're singing again, buddy. And Anyway, my doctor buddy got some bad news, and I said, shit, man, what are you gonna do? And he said he's gonna light a fire up. So that's what this one's all about. A 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a ride, there's a tough one when you're hanging at the end of your rope. By the times when you're crying and you're screaming out, man, I don't think there's much hope. There's a ride, here's a Benji, little magic man, dealt a sick joke. Stoic guy, but it flies when he's singing loud, man. Let me tell you what I was told. Light a fire up, light a big one, let it rage in your soul. Let it burn through the heartache, regret and mistake. Come on, man, light that fire and let it roll. Hoo! On a day that we were walking, reminiscing about the ages of gold. All the youth getting high on a proof, man. I've been there too. Then you told me that I'd grow some, and they don't care what you say, but what you do. So just try almost every time, man. Sounds real nice. Good for you. Light a fire up, light a big one, let it rage in your soul. Let it burn through the heartache, regret and mistake. Come on, man, light that fire, let it roll. Light a fire up, light a big one, let it rage in your soul. Let it burn through the dead wood, all of the wish I could. Light that fire, man, let it roll. All right. News one, it ain't over yet. Like when you're hanging with your daddy on the porch. Don't make a sound if they beat you when you're down. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Let it go. So my daddy pulled me aside. Pedro pulled me aside and he said, "Son, I wouldn't really tell you to do this normally, but I want you to grab some matches and some wood and some newspaper." And he said, "Light a fire up, light a big one, let it rage in your soul. Let it bind through the heartache, regret and mistake. Come on, man, light a fire, let it roll." Hoo! Fire up.
Wow. I'm fired up.
All right. All right.
I like the audience participation.
Yeah.
I'm certain that if you were on a stage and you had 1,300 people that you were talking to,
Might not work.
It would be a little bit more difficult to just single somebody out, but I feel like I'm like the sitting target.
Imagine the connection though amongst 1,300 people and Silver Steven's calling you out.
Yeah. Just gotta get them from the front row. You want to keep going?
Yeah, where are we at on time?
You know what? I'm gonna let you finish them.
All right. Okay. This one's part of Folk Soul Fast and Loud. This one's a fun one. This one's called Long Hair, and it goes little something like little something like this. Saw you just the other day. You okay? How you been? Did the sun say it's sorry? Likes to burn you all the time on the vine, growing ripe like a summer Friday. But nobody knows the stars if they don't see. Nobody knows the tango just like you and me.
I'm scared this is going to be another audience participation section now.
Saw you drifting through the fray, lost your mind. Please don't call for the calls this time. Walk around with that, don't waste my time. Honey, I ain't wasting precious. 'Cause nobody knows the stars if they don't see. Nobody knows the angle, the tangle just like you and me. You got that long hair, don't care, we can get you anywhere. Baby, I go anywhere with you. Anything in your eyes, sunrise, don't let you lie. Baby, I do anything for Saw you over in the grass on your ass making cash with your best smile. Long smiles on the line, so divine from the guys like you get out and bother. You can do it, let your hair down like you're on a roll now, wild and free. We wanna see you with the walls down, howling like a hailstorm on Jubilee. Oh, you got that long hair, don't care, we can get you anywhere. Baby, I go anywhere with you. Anything in your eyes, sunrise, don't let you lie. Baby, I do anything for long hair. All right.
Congratulations, you have now been the first person to play a kazoo on the
Nice.
Pink Show Hour.
All right.
And you've truly done it justice.
I was.
I love a good kazoo, honestly.
So I'm tracking out these songs. One kazoo track is awesome. Any more than that sounds like an army of mosquitoes after you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's scary. You cannot harmonize kazoos together.
No.
They are a singular instrument for sure. You got one more for us?
Yeah, I got one more quick one.
Cool. Let it rip.
This one's self-explanatory. But it's called Good Jokes. One time my honey asked me, would you play me something happy? Something short and silly with some jokes. All your songs are sad ones about lovers losing loved ones. Too many more of those and you'll go broke. And I told her, I said, honey, I don't know many jokes. Shit, I don't know many songs. But I'll give it a try. Don't tell my mama about all of my problems. You're just gonna worry her to death. But please tell my papa, actually you oughta, 'cause I'm gonna need a ride out of this mess. That's a song about drinking and driving. That's funny. Should I keep making fun of myself, Pedro? Oh, you can't ask my best friend, 'cause you might be sitting next to him, about the times I've knocked myself out cold. Well, it's really quite impressive. I haven't learned my lesson. Think I'm good for one more before we go. And then I try to get along, try to get beyond the stage. Then I try to carry on, but I seem bound to stay. Singing, oh hell yeah, oh my mind, oh Mississippi honey, gonna change my mind. Ooh, show 'em guitar. Back to the joke song. What's with all these new thongs? Got G's and T's and V's and all the rest. Sure, that's fine and dandy, but why not just old panties? If you know me, I'm much more for the breast. That was a good one, right? Alright, regular jokes. What's that on your back, friend? He looks to be your next of kin. That's what we call a shadow. There's a joke. Well, that's more of a riddle, but mine is pretty fickle. Sneaks away every time my cover's blown. And then I try to get you home, wanna get you home to lay. And I wanna get you home, but I need a down to pay. Singing, oh hell yeah, oh my, no little jiggy honey gonna be my wife. Ooh, just you and me, guitar. Well, it sure is fun to play for y'all. Tonight has been quite a ball. Thanks so much for coming to my show. This one's a closer. But honestly, it ain't for you. I'd play for one, I'd play for two. Hell, I'd play alone if I had some jokes. But it makes me really happy to see you folks so happy, even though sometimes my eyes are closed. But I appreciate it. Pink Sofa Hour appreciates it. If you could holler one more time, though, that'd be dope. And then I try to write a song, a little joke song today. And then I try to write a song, a little joke song for y'all to sing. Oh hell yeah, on my mind, no Gold Hill, guys, I'm gonna change my mind. Ooh, show 'em guitar. Good jokes.
Woo! I've got a little applause thingy in here I could use if you want.
Yeah, totally.
There it goes. Oh, that's not it.
Boing, boing,
Wow. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure. Have a seat back on the sofa for
You
just
got
a minute. This has been Silver Steven, aka Steve Lach. He's got a big show coming up, July 4th, Gold Hill. That's going to be a lot of fun. He's got a big EP that I think is any release date coming for that.
Oh, I should have more time at the end of summer. End of the summer. No date.
Cool.
Yeah.
No date yet, but keep your eye out. It's coming. He's obviously got some music ready. Thank you so much for being here today. Do you have any other shout outs you'd like to just say hi to people in the audience? Anybody who's in the audience right now, give them your love.
What's up, fam jam? Thanks for tuning in to Silver Steven. Thanks for having me, Pedro. This is so fun. I was very excited.
It was a pleasure. You're a charming individual. I wish you all the best
I
in
think
your
it's
musical career. I'm
thank
sure
you.
you're going to do wonders.
I think it's great what you're doing for the music scene, and I think a lot of great stuff is coming out of the woodwork with the time you're putting in and stuff. So
Thanks, man.
yeah,
I hope it's fun for people.
yeah.
Also, thanks again for playing kazoo. Pop my kazoo cherry.
No problem.
Appreciate that. Tomorrow, so Fridays, we don't usually have an episode, but we did a special one for Steve. Thank you again so much for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we'll have Peter Stone, so tune in for that if you like, this style of music, because it's also very folky, very fun. So tomorrow 6 p.m., actually 3 p.m., Peter Stone, and we will be seeing you then.
Shout out Scooter.
Shout out Scooter, every time.